No stranger to thunderstorms. It's time for some hoops at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Home of the Thunder here in downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Thunder making a quick stop here in front of their home crowd of Oklahoma City. Just one game before heading back out on the road. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
You know, for some teams, it takes a little time to get into a groove, to find the traction you need to start the season, but not for this squad. I mean, they've been playing like they have a chip on their shoulder. I like the edge I see out of them.
Yeah, I like it too, man. I mean, playing like they're out to prove a point every night, really taking it at their opponents.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Thomas in at the point guard. Here's Freak. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland. From 12 feet out. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Durant. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And he drops it in from the low post. Durant's got his second bucket.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Johnson goes in, takes the assist, and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Westbrook passes to Cantor. Double team on Westbrook. Durant kicks to Cantor. To the middle, here's Ibaka, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ibaka's got his first basket.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Freak kicks to Olynyk. Johnson the screen, and a wide open look for Freak. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Screen by Ibaka. Durant with a wide open look. Here's Cantor. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Thomas dishes to Freak. Misses the wing J.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Offensive rebound. Here's Westbrook. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Freak kicks to Johnson. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Here's Freak. The shot is off, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And in that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
Showed off all of their weapons and resources at that end of the floor. Really just put on a marvelous show.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Thomas passes to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Ibaka. Crowder dishes to Freak. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 points.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Kevin, it's still early on in the season, but let's take a moment to see where they're sitting right now. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're number 2 shooting from the stripe. I'd say they've taken advantage of the charity at the free throw line.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Now, here's Thomas following the miss by Russell Westbrook.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And that one's good.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Now here's Crowder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Outside Turner. To the paint. Here's Freak. And Durant sends it back. Here's Roberson. He's guarded by Thomas. Shoots from 14. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Olynyk. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And the shot is good. Ibaka's got 5.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And Roberson kicks to Durant. Now the pass to Roberson. Screen by Ibaka. Outside Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And let's review some numbers for Turner. He's averaging 7 points a game and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Waiters, he's checked in for Ibaka. Henderson comes in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here's Bradley. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in Oakland. Durant kicks to Payne. Back to Durant. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Durant's got 6 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Freak. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Kent, the pass to Freak. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Mickey's checked in for Evan Turner. 51 seconds left to play in the first. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Boston shooting their first free throws of this game. The first one falls. 2 shots. So he gets them both. Here's Payne. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's deflected.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip. And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's a good screen. Pass to Adams. Now Durant. 8 points for him. 4 on the clock. Waiters gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 10.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 7. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And Kevin Durant. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems a different look for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Durant comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Waiters in for Gerald Henderson. They've got Adams. Dion Waiters is out there with Durant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Payne in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Good. And that's now 9 points for Freak. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. In third, the Thunder.
You know, all season long, this has been one of the better rebounding teams in the league. And when you rebound the ball well, you limit your opponent's second shot opportunity, and you also give yourself some additional scoring opportunities by climbing that glass.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors provided a nice lift. He had 12 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Celtics trail by 4. To the wing on the left. The high post shot. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Over to the left wing. Pick by Zeller. Passes to Freak. To the wing right side. Baseline jumper. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Zeller's got his first 2 points. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to Golden State.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that.
Kicks to Thomas. The pass to Kent. Freak with it. He's got 9. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Back to Westbrook. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Durant kicks to Adams. And here's Payne. 8 points his last outing. And Durant gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Thomas a screen. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lots of room. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Westbrook against Thomas. There's the dish to Durant. To the middle. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Five seconds left in the first half. Thomas. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close.
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
Yeah.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
On the floor for Boston. Freak in a two-guard. Amir Johnson is out there with Olynyk. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Thomas in at the one. Good. And that's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Johnson the screen. Here's Crowder. Sweet little floater. Crowder's got 8 points.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Down low, here's Durant, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Freak kicks to Olynyk. Thomas inside. He's covered by Westbrook. And it's Freak missing.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Westbrook with a wide-open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now a 9-point Oklahoma City lead. Some of the numbers NBA wingman have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Kevin Durant is second.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
And, Greg, you can't post the kind of percentages they do unless you operate that way. I mean, you can't be undisciplined at the small forward spot if you hope to be an efficient shooter.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Turner. Oklahoma City has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. All right, let's go over to the sideline for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Dion Waiters comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Roberson. It's Westbrook with the drive. Durant, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Mickey. Here's Kent. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Celtics making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. It's Durant on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Shot from 12, and Durant gets it to go. The assist from Payne. Payne's got 5 assists tonight.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Kent. Picked by Zeller from deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Durant's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Waiters no luck.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Oh, that's blocked. There's Freak. Offline with his three.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, you might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
And it's Bradley with the rebound.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Feeds to Freak. Puts up a three. Here's Zeller. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Payne can't hit.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Crowder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Waiters. No good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Thunder lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside you've got Ibaka and Canner. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the small forward position.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Durant against Turner.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
The Thunder pull it in. Durant's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Robertson kicks to Ibaka. No one covered. And the Thunder lead by 9. And Boston has possession. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Here's Turner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Robertson dishes to Durant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And it's Turner off the drive. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Westbrook against Thomas. Olynyk with the steal.
You got it.
There's Freak. And too long on the shot. The Thunder leading by 7. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Out left to the wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Knocked away.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Freak kicks to Olynyk. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Inside, Ibaka, the pass to Canner. To the inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Westbrook against Thomas. Pass to Olynyk. And Turner kicks to Freak. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end his cold spell. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, they're trailing here, but you got to admire how hard they're playing. I mean, that kind of effort is a winning effort. They're working the ball inside and trying to do what they can to get back in it. You look at the game so far for Freak. 12 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Thomas dishes to Johnson. Count the bucket. Now just a 1-point Thunder lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Got it.
Crowder is checked in for the Celtics. And Thomas, here we go. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Olynyk with the steal. Thomas against Westbrook. Thomas passes to Freak. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got assist number 7 for him tonight. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Freak kicks to Thomas. Inside, Johnson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And that one falls for Johnson. The Celtics making a switch. So we see Boston get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now. Isaiah Thomas.
This guy is explosive as any guard.